family life now, and how often do you say to your kids or your husband, what did you do with your homework, the bills, you know, that party invitation? Don't you tend to lose stuff?
I can't find my tax returns. I'm not kidding. I wish I was. But staying organized and having a system to the chaos in your home may seem like a daunting task with changes in your schedule, her schedule, 2 kids, 1 on the way.
Yeah. I just switched my life around, working the night and afternoon shift.
Absolutely. So what we did was we brought on a military mom. Her name is Major Mom. She invaded Natalie's home to get a sense of her organization, and here is what Major Mom found.
So basically, this is the mud room, and this is where the girls are supposed to come in and put their backpacks and take everything out. This is where the artwork goes each day. So this is actually working fairly well. This is where the family comes into the home. This is the first thing they see, so it could kind of not be a very welcoming space. So now, as you can see, the communication center is kind of a typical situation where a lot of different things are happening here. Sometimes it'll be put on the bar, and what's happening, Natalie says, is they're losing pieces of information, and this area tends to become a dumping ground. I think that this area up here could be used more effectively for what Natalie wants, which is a communication center. Here's kind of a third piece of the communication center, command and control. Her husband and her children all share this office. Due to the transition in Natalie's life, her husband and her are now sharing this office, and they're in it at the same time. I believe that the conflict is probably mainly due to the orientation of her husband's back being to her, and that can be unsettling for anyone to have someone working behind their back. Since we were saying that Natalie and her husband are now working in the same office, and that isn't working as well, which tends to happen a lot when husbands and wives are in the same office, she's considering putting her office in her bedroom. The concerns I have about Natalie being up here in the bedroom is this is supposed to be her place of rest and her sanctuary. And when we consider things like feng shui and energy of a room, this would not be the best solution, I think, for her office.
Ooh, pretty view, though.
Okay, so with Major Mom, Angela, Cody Roger, and Mandy Pinkston. And I just have to say, I'm so embarrassed when you actually look at your cabinets from someone else's perspective.
Right.
I have to defend myself. I'm fairly organized. I knew where things were in the mess. But it's so true. Things ended up all over the house, and I'd go looking for homework or something, and we couldn't find it. So welcome, and thanks for coming to my house.
But I will tell you, she was raving. She goes, you can't believe. And I'm already like, you know, I was talking about my storage room. I moved in a new house in October, and I've got boxes, and they'll really come over.
To get to that stuff.
Yeah, never.
Okay, so let's get to the tips and what you would suggest for busy families like us and those at home that face the same issues.
Well, and I think, Natalie, with you, like a lot of people can relate to your situation with a schedule change. You have 2 working parents and a nanny. So there needs to be some communications happening there with the children. And what we recommend, people have a central command and communication center.
This is so military.
I
love it.
Central command post.
Command control.
Yes.
If you're the CEO of your household or the COO, then you need to control and command that house.
So that's tip number 1. And should we show the video of what you did to create a command center in my house? There it is. That was the kitchen. There was nothing on that before, but we brought in some
I love
these organizers. This was from the
outgoing.
office.
So.
They dumped everything in the drawers and put it all back in an organized way. I was like, I love you. This is
I love that.
Yeah. What else? What should be in that command center? You gave each of us a box.
Right.
Everyone in the house a box.
Every family member should have an inbox so that you can, the things out of the backpacks can go right into mom or dad's box. Whoever's going to enter that information off the calendars and the flyers into their Outlook or into their databases or calendars.
Okay. And then it can go to the refrigerator.
It can go to the refrigerator for fun or just for the children. But the other thing is that there needs to be an outbox, like return to library, mail, things that need to be returned to friends. A lot of times that stuff just gets put all over the place, like, oh, let's don't forget that. Let's put it here. Yeah. And then nobody remembers what here is. And then you're running out the door, hey, where's that thing to return? And no one can find it.
We have to show the office if we didn't see that really quick, because this was something I didn't think was such a big issue until you got there. And my husband and I were trying to work in the same office. We weren't used to that because I was home in the afternoon, he was home in the evening. All of a sudden we were on top of each other, like trying to figure out how to work in the same place. So I moved out. I totally moved out. the office. And it worked, but it's finding a place to move that's comfortable.
Right.
And the bedroom was not the answer.
Well, I like that
that's
you said
true.
don't make the bedroom, because that should be your sanctuary. That should be your nice resting place. And if you're paying bills in your bedroom, it's not so.
I turned my dining room into a sitting room and office.
Yeah, that's
and I
great.
love it.
So is it expensive? Of course, everybody wants to know. We'd love to do this, but is it expensive?
It is not. It's very affordable. If you go to majormom.biz,
Okay.
we have all of our pricing online. So you can see everything. We're very open about our pricing and our packaging. We don't charge by the hour.
It's
we
by
charge
the
by the
project,
package.
huh?
Okay, and you know what? We will have a link on our website so people can go to Everday, KDVR, what is it?
It's Everday at KDVR.com, but it's Everday at KDVR.com. And thanks for coming to do that, creating a command center. I think it's good for any family. And I'd like you to come back and talk about some other things like organizing the kids' rooms, organizing memories.
Yes,
like
that's
those things
a big
are
one.
they're such daunting.
Doesn't it make life easier?
It
makes life so much easier.
And we're passionate about it, and we love to do it. So that's why it goes more quickly
and we're
it's more
totally
fun.
unorganized. So.
Thanks, ladies.
All right, coming up next, we've been busy prepping for the show.
Yeah, that work included building the set. Our designers are here to talk about what they did and how you can get some quick summer looks.
Late in the morning and still have a kick in my step. No matter what goes wrong, I know one thing, darling. I've got a place to lay down my head.